All right, Knicks fans, I need you to sit down for this one, because the more I dig into it, the more furious I get. We're going to talk about a decision that James Dolan made, a decision that might not blow up in his face this year, or even next year, but 3 years from now, we're going to look back at this summer and shake our heads in disbelief. Let's start with what everybody already knows. Mitchell Robinson is gone. And I get it. The narrative around here has been Dolan doesn't want to pay the luxury tax. Dolan doesn't want to go into the second apron, blah, blah, blah. Fine. We all watched that play out. Robinson signed elsewhere, and Knicks fans everywhere are still bitter about losing a guy who gave us his blood, sweat, and knee cartilage for this franchise. But here's the thing nobody's talking about enough. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, because this channel exists specifically to say the things other Knicks coverage is too scared to say. Robinson isn't even the most painful loss of summer. I'm talking about a name most casual fans probably scrolled right past back in June. Cameron Carr. Here's what happened, and stay with me because this is where it gets infuriating. The Knicks held the 24th overall pick in the 2026 NBA draft. Instead of using it, ownership pushed to package that pick and moved down into the second round, all so they could dodge a guaranteed rookie-scale contract that comes with a first-round selection. Cheap. That's the word. Cheap. They didn't want to commit real money to a rookie, so they bailed out the first round entirely. And who did they end up with instead? Jack Cale, currently sitting on the roster in a role nobody's fully defined yet, and Tyler Nickel, whose future with this team is still up in the air as we're recording this. Maybe one of them pans out. Maybe both do. I actually hope they do. I want every single guy in a Knicks uniform to succeed. I'm not out here rooting against my own team. But hope is not a plan, and right now, hope is all the front office is giving us. Because the player they let walk out the door to save a few dollars? Cameron Carr looks like exactly what this roster has been begging for. Think about it. 21 years old, 6'5", with a wingspan pushing 7 feet. That's not just size. That's the kind of length that changes possessions on defense. That contests shots it has no business contesting. That jumps into passing lanes and turns them into fast break points the other way. Add in one of the best vertical leaps and agility scores of any wing at this year's combine. And you're talking about a kid built in a lab specifically to guard NBA wings. And it's not just defense. This isn't some raw athletic specimen who can't shoot. Carr knocked down over 37% of his threes last season, taking better than 6 attempts a night, a lot of them well beyond the college line. He's got legitimate NBA range already. Pair that shooting with real lift at the rim and flashes of actual playmaking, and you are describing a rotation wing from day one with a real path to becoming a starter. Now tell me, how a team that just won its first championship in 53 years looks at that profile and says, nah, we're good. Let's save some cash instead. Because here's the part that should really worry you if you're a Knicks fan watching your favorite team make win-now moves while quietly ignoring the depth chart. Yes, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart are an elite wing trio right now. Nobody's arguing that. But right now is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. Josh Hart can hit free agency in 2027. Anunoby can do the same in 2028. This is not a core that's locked in forever. Wings age, wings get expensive, wings walk. And when that happens, what's actually behind them? What's the depth? Because right now, past those 3 starters, the cupboard is looking awfully bare, and we just watched the front office throw away the exact kind of player who could have been groomed into that next man up role. This is the part that gets me the most. This wasn't a basketball decision. This was a budget decision. Dolan didn't want to go near the second apron. Didn't want the guaranteed money that comes with a first rounder. So he traded down and let a legitimately promising prospect walk into another organization system where some other fan base is going to get to watch and develop into exactly the kind of two-way wing we could have used. I'm not saying panic. I'm not saying the season's doomed. This team just won a title, and that banner's going up no matter what happens with second-round pick swap. But I am saying this. Championship windows don't stay open because of banners. They stay open because front offices keep making smart, aggressive, forward-thinking decisions year after year. And what we saw this offseason wasn't that. It was penny-pinching dressed up as avoiding luxury tax penalties. So here's what I want to know from you, and I mean this. Drop it in the comments right now. Do you think Cameron Carr ends up being a legit rotation piece somewhere else while we're stuck hoping Jack Cale and Tyler Nickel figure things out on the fly? Or am I overreacting to one draft night trade? I want to hear it. Agree with me or roast me. I don't care. Just get the conversation going down there. And listen, if this kind of honest, no-filter Knicks breakdown is what you come here for, do me a favor before you close this video. Smash that like button. It genuinely helps this channel get in front of more Knicks fans who are sick of the sugar-coated coverage everywhere else. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one, because with training camp coming up in about a month, there's a lot more to break down before the season tips off. We built a champion in this city after 53 years of waiting. I refuse to watch ownership get cheap and let that window close early because they didn't want to pay a rookie contract. Let me know your thoughts below. I'll be down there responding to as many of you as I can. This is Knicks News. I'll see you in the next one.